weekend?
Yeah.
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Fun show. Who came to the show last night? You gonna come again next time? Yeah, there you go. Thank you, guys.
Hey, Mark, before you leave for Norfolk, Virginia, they gotta say a big thank you and goodbye to Mr. Michael Borja. Honestly, he's not leaving. He's just sick of this shit. So he's not coming back on stage.
So, same as normal.
Exactly. Any given Sunday.
Bye. See you, Rich.
Bye, Mark.
Yeah. Well, that was exciting. Typical Sunday crowd. -3 degrees. God, your weather is depressing. The reason I live in California, trust me. Oh, well, it's been fun. So, I'm a little doom-laden, a little worried, because apparently right after this, I'm going to go put a costume on I haven't put on in about 20 years. I've been giving Misha such a hard time over doing Castile photos for the last couple of years. I was like, you are such a loser. And yeah, a couple of weeks ago I was like, yeah, I'm going to do Crowley photos. But it should be fun. So if any of you have not signed up for that, I suggest you do it before my embarrassment cuts in and I never do it again. So it should be a lot of fun. God damn. What I was thinking. What? Who's got a question?
Hello, my name's James. If Supernatural was written with Crowley as the main character and Sammy Dean were just side characters,
Yeah?
how would you want to kill them all?
What are you talking about? I was the main character. What's the show? Say, you didn't think that one through, did you? No, you didn't. Next.
Hi, I've been a big fan of you probably since I first saw
See, that's the way you start. Remember this, if you know, horses and ducks and stupid questions about, okay, if so-and-so was so-and-so, then what would so-and-so be in a so-and-so? What do you need?
I first saw you on Star Trek Next Generation.
You never saw me in Star Trek Next Generation. You might have seen my dad in Star Trek Next Generation. He played Data's grandfather. Episode 31, Schizoid Man. That was my father. I was never in Next Generation. I was in Voyager.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I
right.
just told you. Never in Next Generation.
But your other sci-fi was Firefly.
Really? That was my other sci-fi. Have you actually been through my IMDb? Right.
I'm a millennial brain.
Yeah, try Battlestar, all the other fun
But
stuff.
we all know that Firefly...
Still haven't asked me a question. What's the question?
We got due to the fan, calling for the movie of Serenity. I was just wondering, were you shocked that the fans were able to get Serenity made?
No, they didn't get Serenity made. Joss got Serenity made. Fans didn't make it. It made sense, it did what it did. But Firefly's a really weird thing. It was something that was at the end of conventional television, I guess. If it had been in streaming, it would have run probably for a long time. But those are numbers that people would kill for now. But it wasn't even the whole thing was even shown. But the reason I'm not in Serenity is because he decided to kill a whole bunch of people and he didn't want to kill the role he originally wrote for himself, which was my role. So he created the twins and killed them instead. It was kind of fun, but yeah. But thanks for paying attention. What?
What was it like
was good.
on Supernatural versus on Leverage?
What do you mean, what was it like?
Like, the difference between going from...
They're a lot taller on Supernatural.
How was playing with Timothy Hutton?
How was playing with... It's a weird question. How was playing with Timothy Hutton? It was fun, he's a good actor. Why?
I grew up on both shows, so...
Really? Well, every time he'd be misbehaving a little, they'd write me another episode. So I did end up doing 5 years of it.
Thank you.
I enjoyed it. What?
Hey Mark, good to see you again.
There you go, nice start. It's
So,
going to be downhill from here.
I'm a bartender, and
I was a bartender.
there's something about the show that I find kind of irksome. So you've
Some things.
yeah. So
Not just the angels really annoying and the big tall ones are pain in the ass.
well, so every time anybody's drinking anything,
Yeah.
the whiskey's always neat. The beers don't even look cold. Even your little fruity devil cocktail, whatever you Crowley cocktail with a little pitchfork in it, it doesn't even have ice. So I was just wondering, I know between takes, maybe it would melt, or if you could just use fake ice. So do you guys have something against cold drinks? And did you come up with the cocktail that you were drinking? or
What
was that
arsehole
original?
puts ice in scotch?
I didn't just mean the whiskey, I just kind of...
That's what I was drinking.
Well, I guess it never...
So do you know what I was drinking on set?
No idea.
Exactly.
Something stronger
Room,
than scotch.
room temperature Diet Coke, water, which is the best part. It tastes foul, which is actually what it should taste like. I'm 36 years sober, so smart ass. I was a bartender. I ran one of the roughest bars in Hollywood, California, which was a lot of fun to do. Dive bar called Powerhouse. Actually, Richard Speight saw me having a gun pulled on me once in the bar before I knew him, but he said, "Oh, was it night?" I was like, "Yeah, that was me." I watched the guy pull a gun on me. I gave him a beer and walked him out. So yeah, namby-pamby bartenders. Even if you didn't have any ice in the drink. I don't know any bars I ever ran that really had ice. It's like, ice is for wussies. Also, my drink was invented by Robin or Probst Guard. And that was that horrible white vitamin water.
That's what it was vitamin.
Wow, that white one. Well, the funny thing is, if you're drinking something nice, you drink it like it's soda. But if you're drinking something that tastes awful, you drink it like it's alcohol. So there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, smart ass. Well,
Hi, I'm Sydney. Crowley's been my favorite since I was like 11 or 12.
now?
Still my favorite.
Okay, good.
Those two giant guys.
And
Absolutely.
my neck is so much better than it used to be. Number one thing, people come up, see me, and take a selfie with it. They're like, "Oh, you're much taller than I thought you were." Yeah, they're enormous. The short one's 6'2".
I know, it's terrible. He needs to train.
No, he doesn't.
Okay. I'm a psych major in college. I was just wondering, what are some words of advice that you would give to someone who's going through college or just having a really hard time?
Do something you love or don't do it.
I love it. It's your
Well, then stop complaining. Your hourly rate should more than cover the pain you're going through right now. There's a bit of psychology in that, whining about going to school. Yeah, exactly. Could be worse. You could be drinking Diet Coke and water. What do you want? You can stand up if you want to. What? You look a little nervous, so this will probably make you feel so much better. What?
How's ruling hell?
That's what?
Ruling hell.
I don't do that. Why? You say hello, boys.
Hello, boys.
No, say it really loud.
Hello, boys.
No, that was exactly the same.
Hello, boys.
No, it's still the same note. Hello, boys. Give it a go.
Hello,
It's
boys.
the same. Good try. Good try. I love it. What do you want?
My name is Sheppard.
I've never seen so many boys at the microphone. It used to be just women that come to these conventions. I love it. It's great. I love how brave they feel until they start talking. Sit down. I see you. Did Misha damage your knee or something?
Sure, we'll blame him. Why
Yeah,
not?
always blame him. Very easy.
Sorry, I ain't brave, Mom. I'm gonna leave you right now. But with how Misha got to play Jimmy Novak, with
Who cares?
With Crowley's Vessel, did you ever?
What?
With Crowley's Vessel.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about how you would portray that character? If he was him, now, what he had like you, what he had like, how
The way I played it.
Without Crowley.
What do you mean without Crowley? Without Crowley, there is nothing. I mean, we don't have Steve. You know, it's like, the whole Fergus thing makes no sense whatsoever. It's a 4 foot 6 inch your head Scottish craft, that's nothing to do with me. It's just bad writing. It really is, it makes no sense whatsoever. It makes no sense to the canon, doesn't work. At one point, John Badham called me up and said, I've got this idea. I'm like, what's that, John? He goes, we're going to find your body, but we're thinking, can we do a cast of your face so that we can do like a sarcophagus? I'm like, it's a great idea, only it's not my freaking face. It's Fergus McLeod, it's a 4 foot 6 inch ginger Scottish coat. Oh. And then, he didn't like being told no, so I was like, oh shit, I better call Jeremy. So I called Jeremy and I went, I think Adam's trying to get me to do a face cast or something that isn't my face. And he's like, yeah, he called me a minute ago. I told him it's a completely different person. So there's a little confusion with what goes on. But you only have Crowley's word for it that he was a demon. I protected him from having red eyes for about 5 years, 4 or 5 years. Jeremy called me up and goes, we're going to give you eyes. I'm like, really? I mean, it could be an archangel, it could be anything. It's true, it could have been anything. I killed less people than Winchester, so. But the point of that being is the ambiguity. So the smoking red eyes was sort of a little sort of sideways throw to something. So you don't really know what Crowley is.
Awesome, that's what it is.
There you go. I love you for that. What do you want? Better be better than the last question.
Probably isn't. So Sterling's my favorite character, but did you take inspiration between playing Sterling and playing Crowley?
No.
You think? Just questions.
Sterling was
Told you wasn't better.
Sterling was written as the Mark Sheppard. I had no idea, but that was how the character was written. So it was written for me. I got a phone call. It was like, they're interested in you for this thing. I'm like, okay. And then by the time I got there, it was like, so do you want to play English or Irish? I said, I'll play him English. I said, okay, great. I started work 2 days later. I was like, oh, that's fun. So, yeah, that was one of those things that was creative for me, so it was kind of fun.
They literally made it with you in mind.
Crowley was something else. Crowley was, it was a really weird time. So there was a wonderful man called Kim Manners, who, amongst other things, ran the show early on, and I knew Kim really well over the years. I'd be up in Canada doing TV shows, and I'd go hang out in the bar at Gerard. I don't drink, but I'd hold the table, and he'd always be there with whoever it was that was directing an episode of Supernatural in the early days. And he was always talking about the boys, and he was always talking about how much fun it was. And I saw a couple of episodes at the beginning. I was like, this is really cool, it's kind of fun. And I thought no more about it, and I was working with his brother Kelly Manners, on, Kelly had worked on Leverage, but he was working on Dollhouse. So I was working with him at Dollhouse, and I said, how's Kim doing? And Kim was really sick, and he was dying at the time. And right after he passed, this Crowley thing came up, and I'd never had any conversation about doing anything on Supernatural with anybody. And this Crowley thing came up, I got the giggles, and I was like, this could be quite fun. I wonder if this is a little sign. And I went in and did it. I went there for 1 episode. And here I am, 400 years later, talking about that stuff. But it was on my first day, kissing that guy under the crossroads, which was, that was the most annoying scene of the show. He's an odd actor, Harvey Gold. It's like, day players in Canada get paid a lot of money, but they don't get residuals. So they can kind of pick and choose their work. I think he's making like $3.5 grand a day. And they couldn't find an actor that would kiss another actor under the crossroads. I don't know why. They didn't know it was me, so I can't take it personally. So this guy was like, he was quite jolly. He was very tall, 6'2", 6'3". And if I was talking to him and chatting with him, he'd get like all jolly, and he sort of couldn't act. So Phil Stritcher was directing, and he was like, don't leave him alone. I'd leave him alone, he'd get really nervous. So we had this sort of middle ground where we're trying to keep him going and doing it. So when I got to kissing him at the crossroads, he fought me so badly, kissing him. I literally was like breaking my fingers trying to put his clammy, sweaty head into personal hygiene, boys, is everything. So that was my baptism of fire, and that afternoon, I think Phil came up and gave me a kick in the ass badge, which was Kim's motto for the show, kick in the ass. So it goes around. It's like all these things and these people that you know and these wonderful happens and circumstances and stuff. And as I said, I went there for one episode and God damn, it was a long time. Weather kind of like this a lot of times. Kind of excruciating. But I did love it. I really did enjoy myself. What do you want?
Everything. Big deal.
Everything?
Everything. So,
Where are you going to put it?
in my pocket, it just has an extender in it. It's all good. No, I'm kidding. So, I will be honest, I have not finished Supernatural yet.
Me neither.
Because my sister got me into it, and I was really upset with that Crowley's storyline just kind of went away. Like he died.
Go away, he died.
He died, right? But
I went off and did a TV series called Doom Country.
oh, well, everything else is getting and what I would like to know is how Crowley would have played into the later seasons if he was still.
See, I have a phrase that works under these circumstances, and you need to memorize this. And it goes like this: write your own fan fiction. So that's how it works.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Next.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
My name is Ross. Easily one of the best films in the show, by the way.
Never was a villain. Thank you. Good guy.
Good guy, all right.
Yeah. You're the best people in the Winchesters.
One of the best characters in the show, there you go. So, despite your last statement there, is there a storyline that, or idea, scheme of Crowley's that kind of got left on the cutting room floor that you were always interested in doing?
Well, when episode 1223, I can see you. It's not like you're hiding. Episode 1223 came up. We've done 21 with me and Pellegrino in hell, and I get stabbed. I don't spark out, and I just, use the rat thing for the second time, which is a bit dense. And I remember Mark looking at me going, wouldn't you know you were dead or not dead as a result of this circumstance? Like right away. I'm like, yeah. And so we got the script for 1223. So I knew it was done. And it was a lot of stuff in there that meant absolutely nothing to me. And I didn't think it meant a lot to Crowley either. And I wrote a very polite email to Andrew Dowd saying, thank you for everything. Why didn't you just leave me dead in 21? Just, put in the sparks and you got a nice shocker and I'm gone. In this email, which I wrote very carefully, very respectfully, because I said thank you for what you guys have given me. I appreciate every minute. But I'm quite happy to be done, I did actually let him know what I thought Crowley thought was important. And I wrote a lot of stuff down. Hey, look, these are the things that he thinks about. He doesn't give a shit about. He won't run the hell. He's not particularly interested in it anymore. Bored. He had more fun with Demon Dean than he did running the hell. So all these things I was talking about, I put in and said thank you very much. And I got an email back a couple of hours later that said, it's just a placeholder. I don't know if that was true or whether it really was just a placeholder. But he rewrote the entire script around what I was talking about. And I had no complaints whatsoever. So I was like, wow, this is pretty amazing. He's giving me the opportunity to talk about what I care about. But we get to the scene of the Man of Letters and kind of bowls all over me at this point. And because I was quite comfortable leaving, which is an odd feeling for everybody. It wasn't a massive big deal. I kind of knew it was coming. And I was quite kind of happy to do this. And I'd said my goodbyes to everybody and very comfortable with it. So it wasn't a big announcement.
You also had a massive run already.
What?
You also had a huge run in the show.
Yeah, but you know, whatever. I mean, they weren't sure they were going to keep me as a series regular, and I said, well, you know, I'll make it easy for you. If you take me off the post, I'm not coming back. So that was what set that off, I guess. And so we did this whole thing, which was the basis of the speech of winning and losing. So I'd actually written a film based on that, shot it was. But this whole idea of winning and winning and winning and winning is just a very interesting thing. And the phrase, even when I lose, I win, was part of that. And so the end scene with Pellegrino is when he goes, you know you're going to lose. And so the answer to that is, funny you should say that, because I've already made this point. And, well, cut it out. They cut it out. So I went to go do the ADR at the end. I watched it and I saw it cut out. Okay. And then they tried giving it to Kevin in a reverse, so it didn't work. And then my buddies who were running Legion on FX gave it to a guy in the bar at the end of the bar. It was a great line. And I got so pissed off I made a t-shirt and raised a lot of money for charity. I love the people, listen, don't get me wrong, I love the people I work with. It was a very difficult time, a lot of changes had to happen to sustain the show. I'm so happy that my friends got to work for another 3 years. And I had other things to do. I went on tour with Hitchcock, and then I did the job, which I loved doing. And I stopped coming and doing the creation cons because all it would be is when are you coming back, when are you coming back, when are you coming back, when are you coming back. And it's not really fair to your friends. You know, and now that it's over and it's done, I am a big part of that. I'm number 4. You know, it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And I've always been that number 4 since I stepped in season 5, really. And I'm proud of it, and I love every one of them. And we've done some amazing things. You know, if you're going to ask me what my favorite episode is, I'll make it really easy for you. It's the end of season 8. Last episode of season 8 is the best stuff I think we ever did. Jared says the same. We were all in it together. We were all at a level where we knew what we were doing, and we had the backing of a full crew. And they were in silence for like 3 days while we were in that church set. And it was amazing. It was amazing to do. It's like one of my favorite things to do. And then there was this sort of tradition of giving me the last scene, the last sort of lines of the last scenes of certain seasons. So I had Let's Go Take It Out of That Moon, we had the, you know, the Demon Dean Eyes and all that stuff. That stuff's fantastic, and I remember every part of it. And that to me was the joy. It was like Crowley would come in and remind you of what it's all about, or you've forgotten something really important. I'm still here, or whatever, which will be a lovely way to shape a cliffhanger. I remember Warner Brothers, we'd done the season of, we'd done 9, Demon Dean at the end. You know, I think Jensen was drunk when we did that scene. We didn't have to do anything, he was laying in bed, it was the last shot of the season. So I think they'd been drinking scotch, because they were all done. And he did inadvertently keep popping up in the middle of my speech and screaming at me, which was terrifying. But it was, oh man, it was just such a great feeling doing all that stuff. But Warner Brothers, I was telling Warner Brothers, I said, did you ever see the videos, the fan reaction videos of watching the eyes open, the black eyes, before you go to fade out? They're like, no. I said, go get the rights of the people. They stuck it on the DVDs and Blu-ray for that year. It's like one of the best things I've ever seen. People just screaming as you go. It was fantastic. I love those days. Those days have been so much fun. I love being here. You wonder why we come and do these things. It's like, who the hell knew you could do a TV show and then get to meet your audience for years afterwards? And get a new audience and get a new group of people, which is just fantastic to me. The show endures in a way that other shows I don't think really have. I think this is special and different, very much so. And what I love and what we all seem to love is the way you all interact with each other. And there's people who've been here for the first time, there's people who have massive anxiety issues and all sorts of other fun. So who here's got a diagnosed mental health condition? Diagnosed. Look around you. Keep your hands up, look behind you. Look behind you, it's terrifying back there. The rest of you are either lying or you haven't been diagnosed yet. pretty likely. But think about it. Think about where we are in the world, and think about what we're doing in the world. You know? And this stupid little show about this mop-headed lumberjack and his mate and a stupid car that doesn't go around corners. Dumbass angel that learned nothing in 15 years. And this very, very attractive demon running hell. But look what it's done. Look how many people it's brought together. Look at what it brings people to. You know, and then when you think of that, you know, I make fun of Misha on a continuous basis. I don't really. I make fun of Castiel. Misha builds hospitals and schools and rescues people from foreign countries, so I can't really make fun of it. But just think about it. Think about, you know, the fact that we've got things that we believe in and we care about, and things that we support, and you guys come in and make it 1,000 times bigger or 1,000,000 times bigger, and it's magic. But look at the way you treat each other. Look at the way you treat strangers at a convention. Somebody looks lost, or somebody looks like they're nervous as hell, they don't know what they're doing. They're not pushed out, they're pulled in, and I love that. I've always loved that. It's a magical thing. Some of you I know quite well. Some of you I've never seen before. Some of you couldn't be bothered to come to my table and buy an autograph or a celebration or a rod in hell, as far as I'm concerned. But, you can have a picture with me instead. I made so much fun of him dressing up. He's going to destroy me or something. He claps his hands. What do you want?
Hi, darling.
Cool boots.
Thank you. They're impossible to walk in, especially in snow.
What do you want?
Okay, so I've noticed your personality is very, very similar to Carly in the show. Which from what?
My personality is what? Put the microphone near her face.
Right. So, your personality is very similar to Carly in the show. From what I know.
No, nothing.
Of course I do.
Go ahead.
But when you were getting into character, you played a very wide range of characters. When you're getting into character, how much of your personality bleeds into your character, and what techniques do you use to get into character?
Okay, I'm going to let you into a little secret. You know nothing about me. You know what I choose to show you. And if I come to a convention and I'm not a snarky bastard, everyone's like, is there something wrong with you? So unless I come here and torture you and give you a hard time, and give you a little bit of crowding, you feel a little sort of screwed out of the circumstance, you put it that way. And maybe like that. I've got 3 kids, married, I'm a musician, I do a lot of interesting things, a lot of good friends. Spend more time talking about mental health than I do supernatural. Spend more time trying to be a little friendlier to those around me. Crowley would. But I'm not Crowley. I certainly haven't killed X billion people. When I wanted to. But I do share one thing in common with him, which is there's 2 types of characters that work playing. There's the guy that sells them out before they leave the planet, which is Dr. Zachary Smith in Lost in Space, if you look at the original pilot, back when he was a terrorist. Or that type of concept of, yeah, the guy that screws it before they've even got to the new planet. You know what I mean? That's one character. And the other character we're playing is the last sane man in the universe. And that's Crowley. If they just did what Crowley said, it would have been so much easier, so much better, and so much more efficient. And that's basically Eddie Albert and Green Acres. Have you ever seen Green Acres? Right. Everybody else is insane except for him. And that's pretty much how Crowley is. So there is a similarity. You know, and if you guys would just pay attention to what I'm saying, you wouldn't ask me stupid questions. Where my brain went. Hey, that's what being on the spectrum and having massive OCD gets me. There you go. Love you lots, go away. Well,
Hello, Your Majesty.
good start. Where are you going with this?
I want to know, over the years, the boys have met so many people in so many ways, but I wanted to know
Pranks?
if
Really?
I wanted to know what you did to them. I do not believe that in 13 years you
I
did
turned the
it.
S-Star shot into 8 years of torture. No. I'm a grown-up. They didn't play pranks on me because of the
They were
suit.
afraid of you.
What?
Because they were afraid of you.
No, they just knew I'd sue. I mean, Jared wrote something rude on the back of my car once. I was like, if that scratched my paint, it's going to cost you $6 grand to repaint the tailgate. Sorry. The girls put like, 500 unused 2018 Misha Collins calendars in my trailer. I just felt bad for Misha for all the unsold copies. And they thought I was going to lose it. They filmed it. And I was like, cute. I kept the one in the toilet for time pranks. I did find one in the microwave about a year later. In the microwave in the trailer. I was never in that trailer. But yeah, pranks.
No, thank you.
No, they're too big as well. If you mess with them too much, they chase you.
Thank you.
What?
I'm Art. Okay. I asked Misha this question yesterday.
Oh God, used questions? Sloppy seconds questions?
No, but it's important. Okay. If you were a Disney princess, not prince, princess. It's
Write your own fan fiction. I have seen velvet paintings of me and Misha in a bath once. You guys' imagination is pretty amazing. I think it's great. You write it. I'm not a Disney fucking princess. No, but if I was a Disney princess, I would be Crowley the Disney princess. That'd actually be a good series. Crowley's makeup tips. Kill them all. Yeah, whatever. Good try. Next.
Afternoon, Mr. Crowley.
See, the bar is so low with Castiel questions. You could just literally stumble over them. I never answer any.
So you've had quite the run over the last 8 years.
It's not a question.
A lot of character development. Is there anything you wish you could have explored or changed in your character in
No.
the 8 years?
No.
Nothing you wish you could
No, I
have
love it. It is what it is. It's like my idea of fun. It's funny to go back and watch it on occasion. I'll see stuff on occasion and be like, oh yeah, that's really cool. But it's a lot of work. You know, it's 30 or 40 writers writing stuff. That's trying to make it all make sense and never knowing whether you're going to go into another season, those sort of fun things. So it was always exciting, it was always fun to do. Until it wasn't. It was time to do something else.
Oh, it was a good ride.
Yeah, it was a great ride, I love it. Where are you going? Where are you going? Off to see Misha. Typical. What?
Hi. So about halfway through last year, I realized I watched Supernatural a little bit too much. I had to shake it up. I watched another show Kim Manners did, lesser known, called X-Files.
Yeah. X-Files isn't lesser known.
That was sarcasm. And then I think it was in season 1, the Firestarter episode was the one that you were in?
It's called Fire.
It was Fire, okay.
Season 1, episode 11.
Yeah.
I was there, I remember, in 1983. I did the fire stunts apart from the full body burn at the end.
I hope not, yeah. So if you now could go back and give yourself from in 1993 advice on like the show business, what would it be? Does that make sense?
Why would I? Look, there's only one time that's important, and that's now. Now is where we're at. Now is what counts. What we do now is what matters. Going back and changing things is of little consequence to me. It doesn't matter. I wouldn't be here if I hadn't done the things that I've done. I don't have regrets about large portions of my life. There's things I wish I could have done better, but I wouldn't be where I am right now if I had. These things are very important for me to understand that today is all there is. Right now is all there is. And the best that we can do is live in the right now. It's the only place I like being. The past is pretty depressing and the future's terrifying. So, yeah, I like right now.
I like it.
Cool?
Okay.
Okay. Hi, how you doing? You speaking so quietly.
So I've been fortunate enough to see you guys at the Saturday night specials for the past few years.
Yeah.
On that note, what has been a live experience performance for you, like either as an audience member or a performer that's moved you emotionally or stuff that you?
I mean, you do realise I've been a touring musician for 45 years. Oh, longer, right? We've got 48 years. So I've done a lot of things. I've done Joshua Tree tour in Dublin, I played stadiums and arenas and clubs and made records and done all sorts of things. And again, it's the next one that's fun. The idea that there could be a next one and the next one is fun. I thought last night was great because, as I said, it's an odd boxy room to be in, and it's really hard to get the sound the way we want it to be, and I thought it was great last night. Everyone had a really good time. But it was a fun show. I love listening to my friends play, so I enjoy every minute of it. You stumbled.
We enjoy seeing you.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. Thank you. What's up?
Hi. First, I'd like to say we definitely saw that you loved playing last night. You really lit up when you were behind on the guitar with drums.
My daughter says I have drummer face. So what the hell's drummer face? Could be anything.
But my question, you can either answer as, Mark or Wood Crowley would like, who is your favorite, guest Crossroads Stephen that was cast? And if you could add anyone as a Crossroads Stephen from now, who would it be?
I don't know that I'd change anything. I mean, I do, one of my favorite lines is, Vivian came in to play one of my bootleg, what's his name? Play one of my assistants. And he came in and he jumped out of something and he was there. And I was telling stories about my mother or something. And he was saying how his mother used to stuff cigarettes out on his forehead. And it's got my favorite line ever after that, which is "Nobody cares, Joe." Which is just the meanest thing I've ever said to anybody. So I've always enjoyed him for that. But I always found my Crossroads demons to be really stupid. Because they always required my help.
I'm going to have to add that to my...
Nobody cares. My mother-in-law thinks it's the funniest thing I've ever said in my life. Nobody cares, Gerald.
I will be adding that into my list.
Nobody cares, Gerald.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm Amy. I wanted to ask you about a role of yours I stumbled upon, which is the final Murder, She Wrote TV movie.
Oh, God.
And I was wondering if you could speak about working with Angela Lansbury.
This is the weirdest thing I've ever done. Well, you know my dad's in that episode.
Yeah, he's one of the like...
So my father's in that episode. They called me up and they said, "Do you want to come?" It's happened a couple of times. I did it on NCIS as well. Like, "Do you want to do your dad's flashbacks?" I'm like, "Sure." They were like, "Do you want to come and do the thing with your dad?" I was like, "Yeah, it's the last ever Murder, She Wrote." And I said, "Yeah, sure." So they paid me for a day, and I think they paid me like about $5,000 for the day. And they didn't get around to shooting it for 4 days. So for the 3 lines that I had, I got paid a disgustingly large amount of money. And I was driving a 1959 Ford Zephyr, which is a European Ford with, actually it's got fins on it, which is really weird for a European car. And between takes I was backing up to Universal in Lansbury in the back of the car. And I backed up a little too fast one time. It was sort of sharp and take a breath and she couldn't get back in the car afterwards. I did have a great conversation with her. I said, "Miss Lansbury, you're in 2 of my favorite films." She said, "Thank you." And I said, "Bed Knobs and Broomsticks and the Manchurian Candidate." So it was kind of a good mixture. She was rather lovely. Her son directed it. So it was a fun thing for them to get me to do it. So it's the denouement of an episode where she works out who's done it. And she's supposed to be in a country road in Ireland. And she steps out in front of a car to flag it down. And I happen to be driving. And she's like, "Are you going to so-and-so?" And I'm like, "No, I'm going to so-and-so." And she gets in and says, "Take me." And that's it. And I look like I just robbed the post office. I mean, I could look more villainous if I tried. But it was just this idea of working with Miss Lansbury. That was the thing that she did. Kind of fun. She was cool. I just did it because my dad was doing it.
Hi, my name's Abby.
Abby Normal. Abby Normal. Did you ever watch Young Frankenstein? You put an abnormal, that's okay. Abby something.
So,
Abby Normal.
Supernatural probably has a lot of fans that have dark
Yes.
humor.
The what?
Have dark humor.
No.
No.
They're all a bit weak.
But you're also
Light.
a dad, so I want to know any type of joke. What is your favorite joke to tell? To your kids, to anyone? What do
There's
you
loads
like
of
to
great
go to?
jokes. Some of them are revoltingly disgusting.
I want to hear them.
No. Best joke ever is what's long and brown and sticky. A stick. It's the best joke ever.
Heard that.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Queen for a day. Did you get affirmation?
Amy,
I was saying.
She made me work.
What?
So, I was wondering if you or Crowley had any of the last meal items.
I don't know, did we ever see Crowley eat? I don't remember him eating. What? Drinking? Not eating. What? Oh no, that was because Jeremy wrote me into the scene at the end of the episode of the season and forgot to give me any dialogue. You literally forgot I was in the scene. I had no action, no dialogue. Suddenly I'm like, why am I here? It's like all of this stuff with Amara and whatever. I was like, this is pointless. So I stole all the peanuts. They were behind this bar and I had a pile. Because I was shooting for 5 hours on scene. It's kind of fun. Yeah, so I did eat. It's like everything I had.
Do you have up for you as well? Well, last meal items for you personally?
No.
Okay.
Not planning for death. Done that. Been dead. Don't want to be dead. Listen, it's a cruel old world out there. It's a tough place to be. If you're struggling right now, don't want to pontificate too much, but if you're struggling right now, talking is the best thing to do. Tell somebody what's going on. People will listen. They will listen. You're not alone. This is not a safe place. This world is not a safe place to be on your own. Remember, the mind is a dangerous neighborhood. Do not go in there alone. Right? That's the truth. So talk about it. Look after each other. Be kind to each other. Thank you for a wonderful weekend.